Do you, how long does it take for a comedian to get good? Like, how long do you have to keep at it?
I don't know. They say 10 years.
So you're at 4?
Yeah.
So you're at 6. You have 6 more to go.
6 more to go. I don't know. I think it would probably take longer, though.
Take longer?
Yeah, it would probably make me... I'd probably take 20 years before I realize that I need to stop doing comedy.
Fantastic! That's how we're doing tonight. Did somebody just say the word fart? I don't know. That's what I heard. Anyway, this is our Wednesday night open mic at Broken Bottle, and we have a lot of great comedians for tonight. Also, they wanted me to tell you that the night.
So what's your name?
Andrew Harms.
How long have you been doing comedy?
Like 4 years.
You've been doing comedy for 4 years?
Yeah.
How'd you start?
I started, I remember I was talking to my dad about stand-up comedy, and I was like, yeah, you know, I was like trying to tell him jokes and things like that, like just around the house, you know. So we didn't know any place to do comedy in Albuquerque, so he drove me to Los Angeles, and I took this comedy class, you know.
Very funny is Angora!
I began to suspect that my insurance is funded by Fear Factor. Like the next time I want an X-ray, I'm gonna have to eat a bowl of crickets. I get so sick of women who say that they're gay men trapped in a woman's body. It's so absolutely fucking annoying. I think you should be able to qualify that shit. I think you should have to fill out a fucking form, okay?
Don't ever sext me, because I'm very bad at it. The last time I was sexting somebody, well, it was an older man, because daddy issues.
People always say like that I'm really awkward on stage, but I don't know. I think I'm not that awkward in real life, you know. Like people they'll say, "Oh yeah, that was really funny. That was very awkward." And I don't know if I'm that awkward, you know.
So how much do you play up your awkwardness?
I don't.
So you just so it naturally comes
it just
out.
Happens.
So is it really a persona then?
I don't know.
Call me old-fashioned, but I would just love a specific. One single text of, "Hi, may I please lick your wet pussy?" That is really what turns a girl on. Well, at least I'd have something to respond to. At least I could be like, yes or no. You can just put it in when they go to sleep. Guys, they have a name for that. That's called rape. It's illegal in all the states. I'm pretty sure it's even illegal in Russia.
So I was actually taking a week off of comedy, and somehow I still ended up here. It's true. But sometimes a musician or a band will put out a very small release album, just a few songs, that they didn't think were quite good enough to make the much larger release album, sometimes referred to as the B-sides. So tonight, these are my B-sides. What's the most racist thing I've ever said? I don't like Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Do I, yeah, I used to write the set list down, but I used to write jokes that, like, when I thought of something, I would write it down on a notepad, but I don't really do that anymore. I just keep it in my head. I think of a joke, and I just keep it in my head until the next time I perform.
I don't like it. Like, I went on a date with this girl. It was a lunch date. It was horrible because I drove and paid. She sat at the table the whole time. She was texting. It was very awkward, and I'm an asshole, so I said something. I said, "So, you pretty popular, huh?" She said, "You don't even know how many likes I get on Facebook." I said, "That's so crazy, because I don't even know how you're getting home."
We don't even think about stuff like that. We don't even think about it, but she was just like, they had to keep one foot on the floor because if they didn't, they were presumed they were over their head.
It's my kind of night. You know, it's weird, awkward social interactions, and a bunch of people left, and other people half left. They still kind of want to see the train wreck a little bit. They're kind of rubbernecking out there, cigarettes or whatever. Everybody laugh real hard now.
Shit.
What is up with that guy's t-shirt?
I don't know. I like making myself laugh. You know, if I think of a joke and it makes me laugh, then I think it's I like doing that. I like laughing at my own jokes. It's a nice time to go on stage. I like going on stage first because then if I bomb, I have an excuse. You know, and just be like, oh yeah, the audience wasn't warmed up enough. I feel, yeah, that's why I didn't do well. The audience wasn't warmed up. Sometimes I'll bomb when I go in the middle of the show, you know? Like, yeah, I don't think being in the middle of the show is a good spot either, you know? The audience was too warm, and then they felt they needed to cool down when I performed. And when I got off the stage, they warmed back up for some reason. I don't know, I realized I'm kind of bad. A lot of weird interactions with people. I was talking with my friend the other day. He's going to med school, and I was talking with him. I was like, man, it must be hard being a doctor. Like performing quintuple bypass surgery on someone, it seems like a hard thing to do. And he was like, oh no, it's not that hard. The person's asleep. As if I didn't already know that, you know? Like, yeah, heart surgery seems like an easy thing to do, but the screams must be distracting. How do you go through? I bought a new phone recently. It's kind of a simple phone. Simple phone isn't fancy. I think you realize you don't have that much of a social life when you buy a really simple, cheap phone, you know? They should like, they always advertise like really fancy phones on commercials and things like that, like, hey, it's the craziest phone. They should advertise like a really cheap, inexpensive, like simple phone for guys who are just lonely, you know? Like, hey, would you like to talk to your mom from downstairs? Buy a It's weird, like, sometimes I feel like I'm not that funnier than I was, but I feel like I can write a joke a little bit quicker than I used to, you know, and I have a little bit more material that has work to fall back on, you know. It's hard. I think you have to work very hard to be a comedian.
Do you think just that aspect of working hard discourages a lot of people? Like, what discourages someone most from not going back and doing comedy?
Probably just from going on just bombing, you know. Just that doesn't feel good, going on stage in front of people and you know working all these jokes out and thinking that you're really great and then going on stage and bombing or getting heckled and audience not liking you. You like how my shorts are getting higher as
You look like a comedian in the 80s.
Yeah.
You look like
I got a basketball game.
Yeah.
Next set I do 10 minutes and we'll leave halfway.
If it doesn't go well.
Yeah. Hey, it depends on how many people see this interview and want to. No one's gonna want to see Albuquerque comedy from this interview. Yeah, I suck. Yeah, nobody in Albuquerque, such a small city.